So today I am officially 45 years old, officially middle-aged. So today is my birthday, September 6th, 2025 is a current day, depending on when you're seeing this video. I want to do a few things with this particular video, but first and foremost, I want to extend my appreciation to everybody that has decided to tune into the channel, subscribe to the channel, join the membership so far. I greatly appreciate that. It means a lot. When I started this channel, when I first uploaded a video to this channel was August 23rd of last year. And many of you that are new to the channel probably, didn't see that video unless you were curious and wanted to see what my earlier videos were. But some of you that have been rocking out with me since like day zero, you will know. And then a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, I had my 44th birthday. I made a video on my birthday last year, and it was pretty emotional. Things were difficult at the time. That video's still up, and I felt it only right to make a video today for my 45th birthday because things have improved. Of course, yeah, I'm still struggling. I do live alone. I do get a little depressed sometimes. But I stay busy. I play my games. I focus on my channel. I try to do the best videos I can for my subscribers, for you guys. I do the best I can. It's a one-man show over here. I don't have a team of people that's doing this for me or that for me. So, but I think so far I have to give myself a little credit that I've been doing pretty well. I got monetized on this channel inside of 9 months by, doing what I can, being consistent, being driven. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and giving my channel a shot. Now, some of the standout content from my channel has been Tekken 8. Many of you are aware. In fact, a lot of people subscribed to the channel and found my channel because I have been talking about this wonky ass game. And then others, may have found me from my rants on Nintendo, which actually, ironically, is still my most viewed video at 14,000 views, where I was basically saying F Nintendo with justifiable reasoning. And I do not back away from that sentiment. But as a gamer, a lifelong gamer, my intent with the channel is to be one of those channels where I can cover a wide array of gaming related topics. It's just that the last couple of videos I've been so, I guess I don't want to say trapped, but I've been hung up on Tekken because the franchise, as far as I'm concerned, has had a significant shift. I think we can all agree to that. And with me basically exposing some of the absolute horrendous balancing decisions for specific characters like King. Of course, there are many others like Anna, Nina, Yoshimitsu, and so on and so forth. But I've been prioritizing King because he's very easy to kind of break down for me. And I will be speaking further about the King character in upcoming videos because I do have an idea on that front because some people still, I guess, don't get it. But today is a day of celebration. Like I said, it is my birthday, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing today. Right now, it is 9:03 in the morning here in New York. early this morning, like really, really early. I got up and it was like maybe 5:30 in the morning, and I read a comment from a subscriber on my last workout video, which has done very well for me, considering. And he basically was saying, it's inspiring to see a gamer that's taking his fitness seriously. I mean, that's not his exact comment, but I'm paraphrasing it. So when I saw that, it kind of added fuel for me to get my ass up. And around 6:30 in the morning, I was out at the park. I like to say that I unlocked a new skill in calisthenics. I did hanging leg raises for the first time ever. I'll make a YouTube short, because I did record a bit of footage on that, and I'll upload that later on. And then I ran about 3 miles in Prospect Park here in Brooklyn. It would have been more, but I listened to my body because my legs are pretty trashed from the yesterday, because I ran, because I live here in Flatbush, so I literally ran from where I live to like Brownsville, East New York area. So that was about 5.5 miles. So so I did a little something today. I was a little bit productive on that front, and so I feel good for it. Already I feel good today. 45. I feel like I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I feel it. In terms of how I look, I will say that my physique, and I have shown pictures of this in other videos, where in 2023, my physique was absolutely insane. But then again, I was hitting a decent amount of weights, and I was using the sauna a lot. So I was really dehydrated. I was basically, I kind of had a fighter type look. Right now, I haven't really prioritized weights. I've been mostly doing calisthenics, dips, push-ups, pull-ups, things of that nature. Even though I do have a 50-pound dumbbell here in the crib, I have a weighted vest that goes up to 60 pounds. So that's about 110 pounds altogether that I can utilize to augment my movements, like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and so on and so forth, lunges. So I will increase that. I will increase my weight over time using those movements. So, I feel good. I hope everybody else is feeling a similar way. There's a lot of games that I'm looking forward to. Ninja Gaiden 4 that's coming out, even though I do have a couple of concerns, and I do intend to make a video. In fact, I did record something actually last night. I haven't uploaded it yet because I'm not too sure if it's good enough. But basically the concerns surrounding that game pertaining to Ryu's, the decision of the developers regarding Ryu's lack of weaponry. Basically, he only is using his default dragon sword, whereas the new kid on the block, the emo looking character Yakumo, he has like 5 weapons. I don't know how, like, I'm not really feeling that, but yeah. So overall, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna be doing today. I don't even have a Game Pass membership because I am poor at the moment. Basically, the bulk of my money went to bills. So at least my bills are largely taken care of. My rent is good, but in terms of like play money, I don't really have much. So I wasn't able to pay for my Game Pass Ultimate membership this month. Maybe, who knows? It's still early in the day. I might have a friend or two that might either Zelle me some money or PayPal me something. I don't really know. But yeah, I've been playing other things. I've been trying out a couple of things in practice mode with Tekken 8. I've been playing a couple of games from my backlog because I have like tons of games I haven't really even gotten to. I might go out later to the Microsoft store because here in New York, the Microsoft store is in the Manhattan, 53rd Street and Fifth Avenue. I went there. What was it? I believe it was it was last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. They did some sort of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 event. So I did, it was supposed to be a tournament of sorts, but it just ended up being more like kind of like a scrimmage. I did fairly well. I wish that I knew I could have brought my tripod because I would have recorded some of my footage because I did have a couple of good matches actually, and I am looking forward to Black Ops 7. I may not have my Game Pass membership right now, but I damn sure will have it in the weeks, coming. And of course, looking forward to Battlefield 6. So for me, there's more to gaming than just Tekken 8. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more into Call of Duty and Battlefield, doing content on that front. I'm definitely looking forward to Virtua Fighter 6. I expect that game to be absolutely superior to Tekken 8 when it comes to round one fight, like the actual game. That's what I expect. But we'll see what Sega delivers on. Tekken will always remain more popular, but at this point, I've expressed my thoughts regarding Tekken so much. I think the vast majority of the community will agree and say that this version of Tekken, while it looks great, I think it functions well, but there are many aspects to the gameplay mechanics and the horrendous character balancing that I'm losing faith that the Tekken devs can or even will do anything about. So this is part of the reason why I am even more so looking forward to Virtua Fighter 6, because I just want a fighting game, three-dimensional fighting game that's more grounded, has better physics, better sidesteps, is not too over the top with the bullshit. Because as far as I'm concerned, I have heard. As far as I'm concerned, Tekken 8 has been becoming more of a party game, and I have heard that sentiment from a few other creators actually, and I'm starting to become inclined to agree. But anyway, I will be speaking more about Tekken 8 in the coming video, so stay tuned. But I do want to say and acknowledge, if anybody here is still with me, Pat, because we're going on 14 minutes. To those people that are subscribed to me, I want to let you guys know who you are subscribed to, especially if you're new. You're subscribed to a now 45-year-old man who lives alone in Flatbush, Brooklyn, is an Xbox user, is a former competitive pro in Tekken, the Tekken franchise. I've been competing in Tekken since Tekken 4, but I have been playing Tekken as a franchise since the very beginning, since Tekken 1. At that time, I was 14 years old. I have a deep-rooted love for gaming. My favorite genres, honestly, is really RPGs and stealth-based games. Fighting games is not my favorite genre, but it is a genre I do play in. I do enjoy Souls-like games like Sekiro. I always thought about maybe doing a stream of me playing Sekiro or Elden Ring or these types of games. I don't know if the audience will support that or watch me play. I don't know. But those are the games I really love, like Assassin's Creed, the open world games, Cyberpunk. Those are the games I really love. In addition to that, I am a NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer. So I do debate with myself on whether or not I should just start a brand new channel and put my fitness stuff on that channel. But since I have Red Related monetized already, to start a brand new channel would mean that I have to go through that grind of monetization all over again, which I wouldn't mind if maker willing, my channel here continues to grow. And hopefully, with that being said, if you are new here and you're watching me yap on my birthday, hopefully I will have earned your subscription to the channel. But hopefully, as the channel continues to grow, for instance, let's say if I get to 3,000 subscribers, which would be crazy, I could start to ask you guys, the subscribers, if I create a new, I don't know what maybe I would call it fitness related. I don't know what I would call it. And I would say, hey, if you guys are interested in staying in shape as gamers, or just, you just want to live a healthier lifestyle, where I would talk about nutrition, fitness, staying motivated, things of that nature. Maybe to see how many of you guys would actually subscribe to that new channel, that would make gaining monetization on that new channel much easier than starting from like complete scratch. But I don't know, it really just depends. So in the meantime, I have been posting a few fitness videos, a couple of fitness YouTube shorts to the channel. But the focus for Red Related still remains primarily gaming. But fitness and gaming are two of my passions. So just to kind of give you guys an idea as to who you're subscribed to. Also, another thing is, and I have said this a few times, but I will say it again here today and use my birthday to hammer home the point. I try to be because we're not perfect. So we can strive to be perfect, but as humans, we will never get there. So with that being said, I hold my integrity very, very I'm trying to find the words. My integrity is very important, and when I make videos for you guys, for my subscribers, the relationship that I may develop with some of you guys in the comment section, because I can see some of you guys comment frequently. So once I kind of see, it's like meeting somebody, when you meet somebody over and over again, you kind of like, oh, okay, that's so-and-so. Oh, that's this person, so having that relationship, I value, and putting forth the best content I can is a priority for me. I may not have all of the bells and whistles, like putting B-roll footage and cutting to this or cutting to that, because again, that does take time in editing. But I have done that in the past. But as the last couple of videos, I have been just kind of recording and uploading. So my commitment to try to be better as a content creator and learning new things won't end. And so also, when it comes to giving my honest take, whether I'm talking about Tekken, Ninja Gaiden, whatever video game, there is no shilling here. I want that to be very clear. I understand that there are shills in various aspects of the gaming industry, people who shill for particular video games. Like, for instance, we have shills for Tekken 8, 100%. I'm pretty sure if you are the sort that goes to different people's channels and watching different articles, you know who the shills are, or you suspect who the shills are. For me, I hope at some point in time, it may not happen this year, hopefully maybe even next year, I can get to a level where I can possibly gain early access to games, and I can cover this new game or that new game and give my honest take to my subscribers, to you guys, to where if there is something wrong with the game, you can count on me to tell you, to give it to you straight, no bullshit, and that's what I want to, that's the type of relationship that I want to have on my channel. So to circle back around, that is who you are subscribed to. You're subscribed to a guy that wants to prioritize honesty, no shilling. If something is great, yeah, I'm gonna say it. If something sucks, I'm gonna say it as well. But because I understand, if I get to the point where I'm sponsored and this, that, and the other, there's ways, to go about things with a degree of respect and tact. My experience being in public relations and doing various things in the past in marketing, I know how to walk those lines. But if I have companies that come to me and say, look, we don't want any negative review or any negative points, then I can't do it. Because if I'm not allowed to give my honest feedback, I'm not going to sacrifice my growing audience, you guys, and I mean this shit. I'm not going to sacrifice that for some fast money, because fast money can go just as fast. I do want to make money on this channel. I hope that's not a surprise to anybody. This is why I have the channel memberships, and I do hope that I can build that over time, because I do want this to be more of a full-time income for me. But at the same time, I want to give people, you guys, content that is worth watching, that is worth paying for. And, I think over time, especially when I look at some of my very early videos, I feel like I have come a long way. And I hope that some of the subscribers that have been around since day 0 and even day 1, they can see that and recognize that as well. So while at the moment, I am poor, hopefully things will get better for me financially. I'm very optimistic, which is more than I can say how I felt last year on my birthday. But again, I'm very appreciative of all my subscribers, even the trolls, because honestly, you trolls, it's annoying. But you guys do spike the algorithm. Every time you guys leave a bullshit comment that is obviously bullshit, it does spike. It does count as engagement. And so shout out to you guys as well, because after a while, if I do get annoyed with the trolls, I'll just ignore them, or I'll just shut them down and move on. But and then those that continuously criticize me, same thing for you guys. You got all the comments, all the likes, even some dislikes. It all counts as engagement. So I'm appreciative that I'm even eliciting a reaction, whether it's good or negative. I think indifference is what you don't want. It's like professional wrestling, right? You don't want to come out. You don't want to come out to a crowd that has no reaction to you at all. Obviously, depending on what you prefer, whether, and I'm speaking about pro wrestling at the moment, whether you want to be a baby face, you want your cheers, or if you want to be a heel, you want your boos. But you want the audience to react some way. You don't want to come out and nobody's doing nothing. And that's basically how I look at it from a YouTube perspective. So whether people dislike the video, whether people like it, I would prefer likes and positive comments. But I understand that there are people out there, a lot of times They will watch what I have to say, especially when it comes to Tekken, I can clearly see that their response, that they did not understand the point I was trying to make. I can clearly see it. It's like I could be saying A in the video, but based on the comment, I can see that they're thinking I said B, and there's a disconnect. So I usually have said in the past, it doesn't matter to me so much if you agree or disagree. What is really important for me is that you understand me. So that way, if you disagree, I at least can see this person understood where I was coming from. So the disagreement is viable. But if I'm saying A and you thought I said X and you're disagreeing with that, then that lets me know that your disagreement with me is not viable because you didn't even understand the point I was trying to make. So hopefully that makes sense. So in the future, I do have additional videos I want to make on Tekken. I do want to, because there are still people in the comment section of the past King videos I've been doing that are white knighting, that are defending the horrible balance decisions for King as a character. And, you know, they know who they are, and no disrespect to them personally, but to me, these people that continue to defend, and not just the ones that defend King. It could be, even if we're talking about Anna, Nina, if you're defending these characters, that lets me know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are looking at this from purely a player standpoint, and you have no idea how to properly balance a character, let alone balance a fighting game. That's what that lets me know. Because, you know, on that front, it's clear to me that people don't want certain characters to be nerfed because that would force them to actually have to work harder and play the game on a more leveled up. It will be more leveled. The playing field will be more leveled. So obviously these people want to continue to downplay their character so Namco won't nerf their character. I've seen this in Street Fighter 6 very early on, where a lot of the Ken Masters mains kept downplaying Ken, and every time Capcom would come to nerf characters in Street Fighter 6, Ken was always mysteriously, he either got a slap on the wrist or he wasn't, they didn't touch him. So I've seen this before, but it's all good. You know, all I can do is just voice my opinion, break down basically what is fact as well, because I can clearly go into the game and show actual proof, visual proof as to why a particular move or a character needs to be addressed. And I will continue to do that. And to those that want to fight me in the comments about it, you guys can continue to do so. It helps the algorithm. It provides extra engagement. And to those that actually see my point, shout outs to you guys as well. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling here, but it's my birthday. I think I've earned it. Also, let me just show this. I want to share my screen for a second. Let me see. All right, let's see here. I want to make sure. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. So this right here are some of the milestones that I've attained, because I use TubeBuddy. Because in the YouTube space with like these programs that help you as a creator, I've seen TubeBuddy and I've seen vidIQ. I'm not sponsored by either, even though I did get a notification from them that I can do something where I guess it's kind of like affiliate marketing, where I can subscribe. I could suggest you, the subscribers, to try to entice you guys to sign up, and then I might get rewards here and there. I've seen other content creators do it, so now I guess I have the opportunity I haven't utilized it yet, but I'm just letting you guys know. But I will say that TubeBuddy and vidIQ, they're different, but they're similar. They do have aspects about them that do help creators. And I do like this right here because it's kind of like little Xbox achievements. So you can see yesterday, September 5th, I got the 1600 milestone, which is great. 100,000 views. September 3rd, I got that. August 20th, I uploaded 200 uploads, which is great. I can print these out, which I'll probably share. I'll probably share this on my Instagram. And then as far as exactly at the time of this, let me refresh this. Let me see if this went down or went up. Okay, so basically I have 1,609 subscribers. So again, I'm greatly appreciative. You can see the latest video that I uploaded here. Or is it? Yeah, the one with the gameplay video, the gameplay about Tekken 8. I got 744 views, 40 comments, 62 likes. So I'm really appreciative of that. I know I don't make the greatest thumbnails, but like I said, I'm a one-man show. I'm trying to get better at these things, and I got a little revenue here. I got $105.89 so far. It's not much, but I am very appreciative that I have something that it does feel good as a creator to make a little bit of money doing something that you enjoy doing. So again, for that, I appreciate all of you guys. And I guess, I guess that's about it, really. I may do a live stream later on and maybe engage with a few of you guys that happen to tune in. I do have a couple of ideas that I would like to run by anybody that may still be watching or maybe catch the live stream. Just you guys' thoughts on what other games some of you guys play that's outside of Tekken. Because, when I made this channel, and I've said this before, I didn't have the intention on being an American main man Swee. I'm honored if people may even, mention me in the same breath as him, because I do feel people like him, from a content creation standpoint, he does a lot of content and he's very good at what he does. So to be mentioned in that breath, it's an honor. People like King J, that's another guy from the UK, Mike Hollow. I'm pretty sure many people know him. Another guy that I know that I respect immensely, real MK Tom Brady. I think he's one of the greatest fighting game minds we have. I know some people, I've heard some people have something against him. I don't look at that. I just look at what the man has done in the scene and his knowledge of fighting games in general. He is definitely before my time in that regard, and I give him all the respect. And various other content creators that's on the come up. I can't think of a lot of people off the top of my head right now, but you guys know who y'all are. Shout out to Shinblade. Shout out to a little Majin. Shout out to a gentleman by the name. I don't know if his channel is Tekken House, but he'll know who he is. We go back and forth in the comments section regarding King. Even though I feel he does White Knight and breaks down but he is a very solid player, and he is a fellow OG, and so shout outs to him as well. And of course, Fighting GM, even though we haven't interacted in many years, but I will just say this: Fighting GM's gaming history in Tekken is very much linked to me. And I will say that I am very proud of the player that he ended up becoming and the successes that he's had. To my understanding, he does have a successful YouTube channel. I believe it's still growing. So props to him. He can be a little bit odd and strange. Believe me, I've known him since he was 13 years old, so that much has not changed. But I will say, when it comes to people that when I was coming up and in my competitive days, just to kind of talk about Fighting GM real quick, he was one of those players that had a lot of passion and wanted to get better. And he ended up doing that. And then, of course, even though I don't think he competes, or he kind of stepped away from the scene, NYC Fab, he is another phenomenal New York player. So for a number of years, Fab and GM, they were among the top Tekken players in our state, and they have done well, and they represented themselves well. So shout outs to both of them. So I just want to kind of just take that opportunity to just kind of recognize a few creators and OGs of the scene that put in their time, their money, their effort to travel outside of their state and actually do something. This is why when I have people basically no counts to the scene talk shit in my comment section, these are players that, quite frankly, nobody knows who they are. Their whole existence is online Tekken, getting these pointless ranks, which they look cool. You know, I give a golf clap. But in terms of a lot of these players that do come to, and I'm speaking specifically about these particular players that go to my comment section and leave some of the comments they've made, they know who they are, and I'm addressing them specifically here. You guys have literally, probably nobody knows you outside of online Tekken. Online Tekken is definitely not a measure of your ability, because there are far too many variables when you're playing a fighting game online. And for some odd reason, as we approach 2026, people are still playing on Wi-Fi, which I'm actually beginning to believe that these people are purposely doing this, because they know for an absolute fact that while the game may work well for them in terms of latency, the opponent is the one that's struggling with their bullshit connection. So a lot of the moves that they would get away with using online, if you were to see these same players offline at a real event, more than likely they would go 2 and out, they would get washed, they would get sent to the losers bracket and subsequently removed out the tournament. So that's just how I look at a lot of the players that want to come to my channel and talk a lot of shit, because quite frankly, many players that are players that have done something in the scene would not come out their face to an OG like myself. You know, we may have a difference of an opinion, but people that want to just, you know, be overtly negative, a lot of times these particular players have never done anything in the scene. They exist solely online, or maybe their little YouTube channel, but nobody really knows of them. And if they did go to an event, they'd probably get bodied. And you know, that's just in many cases. Now there might be some cases where you may have some people that may talk a lot of shit, and they do well in tournament. And for those players, I would say shame on you, because you should recognize another good player, and you shouldn't put down somebody that has put in that time into the scene. But that's, you know, that's just a little rant, a little tangent there. But anyway, like I said, today is my birthday. I'm going to try to have a good time. With that being said, I'm going to close out this video. Again, thank you to everybody that has tuned in. I do have ideas for the channel moving forward. I will ask or I will talk about some of those ideas maybe in a live stream. But suffice to say, just kind of like what other games some of my subscribers, some of you would be interested in seeing me play. Because to be perfectly honest, you know I don't have much hair, you know. I'm getting up there. I don't have much hair left, but playing Tekken 8 every single day, hour after hour, would literally make me rip my own head, rip what little hair I have out of my head, to be perfectly honest. So, you know, it would be nice to be able to play something else that my subscribers would be interested in watching me play. And even while I play, we can just talk about, you know, whatever. You know, so it's just some thoughts that I have. But anyway, for right now, let me get up out of here, and I'm just going to upload this video. And I hope that you, yes, you watching, I hope that you are in a good place financially, mentally, and physically. Anyway, take care. And I appreciate the birthday wishes.